Tonight on The Spot, we begin our Power Women series for the rest of the week, and we start with some of the most influential women in the financial sector. Manisha Girotra is on The Spot on the show tonight. Manisha Girotra, thanks for joining us and also for kicking off this Power Women series. You're almost all the time on one of India's Power Women lists. What does it really mean to be a power woman?
Well, I'm not sure that I qualify as a power woman. I think I'm just happy being qualified as a woman of today's times, because it's just great. You get the best of both worlds. You get a career and you get to be a homemaker, a mother, and I think I'm very grateful for all of that. So I'm not sure it's power. It's just a woman of today's times.
Okay, woman of today's times, and I'm going to ask you about that in just a bit, because women in financial services have indeed come a long way, and who could know this more than you yourself? Today, there are many, including you, who are doing very well, which is great. But what is the signal about the sector? Do the women make better bankers?
I think basically women across the services segment have done very well in India in the last decade or so. Whether you see in medicine, journalism, your field, women are really coming up. So financial services is a reflection of that too. Politics, you see women leading in every state and the center. So I think financial services is no different, and I hope the next wave will come in manufacturing. I already see that in the next younger generation, that a lot of them are going into manufacturing segment too. So I think it's basically across the segments you're seeing women come through and perform and do very well, because it's the first generation of women coming out. There's a lot of hunger and that's showing in the quality of work.
Manisha, I wondered what makes Indian women unique in today's entrepreneurial world. Why are Indian women more entrepreneurial now than ever before?
I think it's a change that's happened over time. It's basically led by education. I think the generation of women that that I'm a part of is a generation that focused on a lot on education and basically becoming professional employees. And then, as you said, basically a lot of women came into the work stream at the same time. A lot of acceptability at the home front for working women, I think, also helped in that. And as a result, what you're seeing is the first time women in leadership roles. And as I said before, women are really working hard, because this is something that they're tremendously enjoying, the newfound freedom and the respect that comes with it. And hence you're seeing the desired results, which is great for the economy as a whole, right? If you have another gender coming in and performing as hard.
Manisha, I understand you're married to another investment banker. What's that like?
I think we've sort of grown up together. We've been together for 17, 18 years. So, it's got its pluses and its minuses. It's terrible if you lose business to your spouse, but I think it's a positive, because you understand each other's work pressures, workloads, and so like any other marriage and any other relationship, I think it comes with its plus and minuses. But I would recommend it still. I think it's worth it to everyone.
You're saying it's worth it, but you also admit that sometimes it's not nice to lose business to your spouse. In which case, what is it that works for you? What are your winning mantras? Or do you think it has to be a lot of luck to get past a deal when it comes to your husband?
It's basically work hard. It's especially in the business that we are in today, it's a very competitive business. So, there's no substitute for hard work. There's obviously an element of luck involved in everyone's in life. Right time, right place is very important. But there's just no substitute for hard work and positive energy. You just have to be very positive. You have to surround yourself with positive people and just keep going.
So if positive is part of your fashion now attitude, where has the rest of fashion in Manisha Girotra come from? Is it a part of your love for the job?
Well, I'm not sure. I think fashion's sort of taken second stage ever since, more important things like being a mother and being a homemaker has come in. But yeah, I think I like being well turned out, and I'm glad that shows. That's about it.
Okay, so Manisha, when you're not breaking big deals, what else are you doing?
I think it's a bit of exercise. I'm getting back to it after a long time, much needed. So getting back to exercise, music. I love music, so listening to music, watching some amount of movies, and just doing the usual things that anyone else would do. Just getting my weekend back to myself is my priority at this point.
What about numbers? I'm told you are always very good at numbers.
Well, I don't know. I'm a mathematician's daughter, so I hope I am.
Right, mathematician's daughter is Manisha. What does it mean, though, for your children? You know, you just said that you're a mathematician's daughter, so you've actually been great at numbers, but look at two children coming in from bankers. What does this mean, a number-crunching family?
Well, I don't know. My daughter's too young. She's 7 years old, so she can decide on her own. I hope she doesn't become a banker because we're a very banker-heavy family, so I hope she does something else.
Okay, you do hope that she'd do something, and when all the bankers in the house sit together on the dining table, what do you call that, a banking banquet?
Yeah, sadly enough, yes. I think quite a bit of that.
Okay, good to have you, Manisha. It's always a pleasure. Manisha Girotra kicking off the Power Women series here tonight on The Spot on Business Tonight. Still ahead.
Okay, coming